run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now Tua on the bootleg here, rolling to his right.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to... crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll lead the 39 here for first. This is 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is taken at the 18. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 18. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game?
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. No wasted time from Channing Tindall on that play. He got back there in a hurry and met him to stop him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. It's Eckler again. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Austin Eckler with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A give for Walker running right.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
On play action, here's Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenneth Murray able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 70-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Herbert off of play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Kyle Van Noy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Chargers at 4-8 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Herbert. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Channing Tindall.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
From the 24, Tua.
Another catch there for Waddle.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Tua now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert.
Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 24.
64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Allen's got it complete. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Touchdown! Austin Eckler with his 13th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 24. the touchdown. Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Play action. Now it's Tua. Out to his left.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
All right, partner, Deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. Now that the defense created a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it, because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. He finds his target, Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10.
Here's Herbert. This is caught by Williams.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down. Herbert now. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's a matter, really, of the rich getting richer. They built a big lead already. Now tack 2 more on following the safety. And they've got the football back as well. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 31. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
They, of course, will decline the penalty and just take the yardage on the completion.
And this defense, they've got to be beyond frustrated at this point because even when they're grabbing and holding out there, they're still completing passes. If you grab someone, they shouldn't be able to catch it.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack.
Tua setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And now here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
On 2nd down, Tua. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because There is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the fourth quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score a win, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game?
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now on 2nd and 13.
Tua.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Tua going to throw. And now here's another interception.
And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Charger drive about to get going. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8.